makers, today I'm going to be showing you a tutorial on how to create this braided stitch here for this headband that I created. And today the yarn I'm going to be using is Patton's Alpaca Blend yarn. It's like a roving yarn. I really love the texture and the weight of this. It's categorized as a size 5, but I would just say it's more like a heavier 4. So I would definitely recommend this yarn for this headband. And I'm also going to use a 5mm crochet hook. That's what the pattern calls for, and just a little to show you one of my favorite hooks. This is my friend's hook that I bought from Harper Baby Hooks on Instagram, and she makes some really cool hooks. This is definitely one of my current favorites. So these are the materials that we're going to use today, and let's go ahead and get started. To start, we're just going to chain 17. Once you have your 17 chains, you're going to create half double crochets. So from the second chain from your hook, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook, and create a half double crochet. And you're going to put a half double crochet in each chain. So you should end up with 16 half double crochets total. The second row is going to be just as easy. You're going to chain 1 and turn, and you're going to put a half double crochet in each stitch for the second row as well. So a total of 16 half double crochets for the first and the second row. Alright, and then the third row is when we're going to start doing the cabling. So to start, you're going to just put 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, and then we're going to start with all of the crazy front post treble crochets, front post double treble crochets. It starts to get confusing here on the third row, so we'll go ahead and start with our first half double crochet. You're going to wrap your yarn around your hook twice, and we're going to work in the very first row, around the stitches in the very first row. So this is our first stitch here, so we're going to work in our second one. So you're going to go underneath like so. So your stitch is over top your hook and it's popping out like that, and then you're going to grab your yarn, pull it through and under that. So now you have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the last 2. And that will be your first front post treble crochet. So we're going to do another one right beside it. So yarn over 2 times, and you're going to go to the stitch right next to that one. Same way, you're going to go underneath the stitch. You're going to pull some yarn behind it, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Alright, and that's going to create these lines here. So these, we're going to have 2 at the beginning and 2 at the end to kind of just frame our braid. So that's what those are going to do. And then the most important part that you always want to remember is that you just made 2 stitches on the top here, so you need to make sure that you're skipping 2 stitches in the back. So here's 1 stitch, second stitch, so we're going to place a half double crochet right here. And I always like to turn it to the back just to make sure that those 2 stitches are being skipped. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and get started on the main part of the braid. So to do that, we are going to wrap our yarn around our hook 3 times, and this is a double treble front post. So yeah, it's a mouthful. So wrap your yarn around your hook 3 times, and we're going to go based off of this stitch here. We're going to count 5 on this bottom row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is where we're going to put our hook. Right under it like so. You're going to grab some yarn, pull it under like so, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the last 2. And then you're going to do the same thing again. So wrap it around 3 times. You're going to place another one right beside this one, underneath the stitch. Take the yarn, pull it under, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So that's how it's gonna be slanted. And then we're gonna create a half double crochet in the back, again skipping those 2 stitches. So there's our last half double crochet. So we're gonna skip 2, 1, 2, and in this stitch here we're gonna place our half double crochet. And then again I flip it over just to make sure I skip those 2, because it is very easy to miscount or put it in the wrong stitch, and that'll throw off your count for the next row. So always want to make sure that you're skipping those 2 stitches. Now we're going to be working across these 2 posts that we just made. So we're going to yarn over 3 times and we're going to work over them. So let's go to this last post, skip this one, skip 1, and then you're going to work in this stitch first. So skip this one, work in this one. Be going underneath just like you have before. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the last 2. And as you can see, it looks a little wonky, but don't worry. We're going to do another one right beside it. So again, yarn over 3, and you're going to be working on the one next to it, going this way. So we're going to work underneath, pull up our yarn, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So it's going to be that same method for those posts. So you're going to have double trebles and you're going to have regular trebles. So that's how it should be looking right now. And then we're going to do a half double crochet, again skipping 2, putting it in the 3rd, turning it over, making sure we skip those 2 stitches. And then we're going to put 2 trebles. So that's just yarning over twice. And we did 1 half double crochet, so we're going to skip this one, work in the next one, go underneath, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to do the same thing again in the stitch right beside it. And then skipping our 2 stitches in the back. Double checking. And then we are going to do our last set of 2s here. So we're going to yarn over twice, go down to this first row, we're again skipping 1 because we half double crocheted. We're going to work in this one, doing a treble front post, yarning over 2 times and doing another one right beside it. And then we are going to make sure we're skipping our 2 and we're putting 1 half double crochet in the very last stitch. And that's how it should be looking for you. So I just want to show you what's going on here. So these 2 and these 2 are going to be the frames, you know, what's framing our braid. This crisscross and this double are actually the base to start the braid. So this is the braid portion from here to here, and these 2 bars will be our frame. For our 4th row, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and all of our even rows are going to be half double crochets from here on out, so they're going to be our half double crochet rows. So chain 1, turn, and put a half double crochet in each stitch in the row, again ending up with 16 half double crochets across. Now we are on row 5. Again, odd rows are going to be our braided rows, and our even rows are going to be our half double crochet rows. So row 5, we're going to continue with a braid. So chain 1, half double crochet in the first stitch, and then we're going to yarn over 2 times. And it should be easier now that we have a base here. So we're going to go in this, under this first post here, and create our treble front post crochet. yarn over twice, and do the same in the next one. These ones will be our easiest posts to do, the first and last ones. And then again, going to the back, make sure that we're skipping 2 stitches, placing our half double crochet in the third. And I'm telling you, I always turn it around to double check because I've messed up so many times before. I've learned. So now it's just a habit to always flip it back over and double check. So we created our half double crochet, and now we're gonna actually do 2 more front post treble crochets. So yarning over just 2 times. We're gonna use these 2 posts here to create front post treble crochet. So you're just gonna go under the stitch, and then we're gonna do the same thing for the one next to it. So yarn over twice. It's a little buried and hidden, so make sure that you're going through the right post there. Go under, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. I think you have the hang of that now, right? So yarn over it, turn over, make sure that you're skipping 2, insert into the third, and this is, I think, the trickiest part of the whole pattern. This is going to be a double treble. So you're going to yarn over 3 times, and you're going to go under this post over here. So again, it's going to be a diagonal. So yarn over 3 times, go under this post over here, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. And then you're gonna, again, yarn over 3 times, and you're gonna go on this post right beside it. All right, and then we're gonna make our half double crochet, turning, skipping 2, half double crochet in the third, turning over to double check. And this is where it gets tricky, you guys. So on our last braided row, we went across, like over top of these stitches, right? This time we're actually gonna have to go underneath, like so. So where my hook is, let me readjust my hand. My hook is going underneath these stitches, right? So that's what we're gonna have to do. So we're gonna have to yarn over 3 times. I like to put my index finger to hold them so they don't slip off. Go underneath these stitches here, and you're gonna grab this post, the farthest one to the right here, and you're gonna create your stitches. I like to pull it up like so I can see it, and you're gonna work your stitch on that post underneath. It does take a little practice of getting it, so no worries if you have to try it a few times. Yarn over 3 times, and you're going to do that again. You're going to go underneath these stitches to pull this post, go under that post, and I like to pull it up here so I can see what I'm doing, and then I just create my post as normal. And then I go, skip my 2 stitches, half double crochet in the third. And then what I like to do, I like to just tug it a little bit to get them more in place, because I just had them all bunched up. But it does a crisscross, and that's how it should look. And we did our half double crochet, and then we're gonna do our final post. So yarn over twice, insert into the first post, underneath the first post, I'm sorry, and do your treble. Yarn over 2 times and do it to the next one right beside it. Make sure you're skipping your 2, half double crochet in the last stitch. All right, chain 1 and turn, and you're gonna do your row of half double crochet across. All right, now this is what our piece should be looking like so far. We're now on row 7, and actually row 7 and rows 9, they're going to be repeats of row 3 and the row 5 that we just did. But I'll go ahead and show you how that's going to go. So we're going to chain 1, do our half double crochet in the first stitch, and then yarn over 2 times and do our our posts here, our straight posts. Yarn over 2 times, do it in the second. Skip your 2, half double crochet in the third. And again, like I said, this is going to be a repeat of the row 3, the first row that we did for the braids. So row 3 is going to be the same. So we're going to yarn over twice. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to yarn over 3 times. And we're going to do the crisscross. So we're going to go over to these 2 stitches here, to these 2 posts. We're going to insert on the first one and make our post. Yarn over 3 times, go into the second post. Skip 2, put it in the third, half double crochet in the third. Double check. And this one we're going to be going across these stitches. So we're going to yarn over 3 times. We're going to go over top of these stitches and work in these 2. So you're going to work on the outer one first. Yarn over 3 times, go into the inner post. Ignore the motorcycle going around in the background. And we're going to yarn over, skip 2, and do our half double crochet in the third. And again, I just like to pull it a little bit to even it out there. And as you can see the braid forming. And then we're going to yarn over twice and do our straight posts. And these 2 posts here are underneath posts from the last one. So we're going to go to the inner post first. Yarn over twice, do it in the post right beside it. Yarn over, skip 2, half double crochet in the third. And then we're going to do our 2 final posts, which I'm sure you guys have gotten very used to by now. Skip 2, yarn over, and half double crochet in our last stitch. Chain 1 and turn and do our half double crochet row. Alright, this is our 8th row and we're going to be working on our 9th. And again, this is going to be a repeat of row 5. And I'll just walk through that one again, and then we'll just be doing repeats from here on out. As you can see the braid forming really well here. So you can start seeing the pattern actually coming to life now. So to start, we're going to do our half double crochet, yarn over twice, and do our first 2 posts, as always. Yarn over, skip 2, half double crochet in the third. And for this row, we're going to start with 2 straight front posts, so yarn over twice. We're just doing trebles. Again, this is a repeat of row 5. We're going to work in these 2 posts here, yarn over twice, work in the one beside it. Yarn over, skip 2, half double crochet in the third. And this is the one that's tricky. So we're going to yarn over 3 times, work on these posts over here, so insert into the closest one. We're going to create our double treble, yarn over 3 times, do it in the post right next to it. Skip 2, half double crochet in the third, and this is the one that we're going underneath the stitches, okay? So we're going to yarn over the 3 times, go underneath these stitches we just made to grab this one, the outermost one. And you're going to create your post as regular. Yarn over 3 times and go underneath those stitches again. Grab this second post. Yarn over, skip our 2, half double crochet in the 3rd, and we are going to do our last 2 posts. Alright, hopefully you guys got the hang of it by now. I wanted to make sure that I walked through twice with the repeats with you guys. So that's what it should look like now. You can really see the braid really coming together well. So again, you're going to do your half double crochet row. All the even rows are half double crochet rows. And then we just did a repeat of row 5, so then we're going to do a repeat of row 3. Then half double crochet row, repeat of row 5. So you're just going to keep repeating those until you have 52 rows. So keep doing those repeats until you have 52 rows. I'm going to insert a little pattern here to tell you what row should be a repeat of what, to help you a little bit. That way you can pause it on that screen, take a screenshot, whatever you need to do, just to make sure that you're following along correctly. So again, you're just going to keep doing this until you have 52 rows total, and then I'll meet you back to show you how to tie up your headband. Alright, and once you have reached your full length, a good way to check is to turn it over and measure it. I always have a measuring tape handy. So you're going to start at the top and go to the bottom, and it should reach 21 inches. So once you reach 21 inches, you can stop. This one is only 50 rows using the Patton's alpaca blend yarn. So I did 50 rows to get my 21 inches, and then you're going to cut off tail long enough to sew in, so about a 6 to 8 inch tail, and pull it through to finish off. And you're going to take a yarn needle, this is just a plastic one that I have, and you're going to thread the yarn through the needle. Then we're going to take the headband, fold it in half, so both of our short ends are meeting like so. And you're just going to whip stitch them together. I like to go in each stitch, line them up, and just put the needle through both of them. And that's all I do. So you're just going to do this all the way down through all 16 stitches and tie a knot. And then weave any of these little ends in that you have, and you will be set. And this is what your back seam should look like. And there is your finished headband. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Feel free to subscribe to the channel for more videos. Thanks, guys.